This is Granny Maggie from Granny Magic, Professor of Earth Magic at Dead University. As always, honoring your magic. I wanted to take a minute to share my experience the other night. This is related to ancestor work. And so often when I work with my ancestors, I name the ancestors that I knew personally, that are so close to my heart. Or I sort of treat them as this generic ancestor crowd out there somewhere. Well, the other night, Dan and I were looking at our phones in bed, and I got some notifications from my Ancestry.com, and they had to do with dates of my ancestors' births, some deaths that occurred. And it was interesting because I picked a couple names out. One of them was my father's great-grandmother, Belle, my great-great-grandmother, Belle. And it was really interesting. I started telling some of the stories about her that my dad had told. And then I just casually mentioned the names of some of the other people that were coming up that I vaguely recognized. And all of a sudden, Seymour was looking this way and that way. He was looking all around the room. He was like frozen in his spot. And I turned this app I have on my phone that can detect spirit bodies. It sort of, it's like an SLS camera kind of an app. Anyway, it was really interesting because everywhere he looked, all around the room was filled with these spirits. And every time he turned and looked, it was because another one had moved into place. All this activity was occurring around me, and I could sense it. It was because I was naming the names of some of these ancestors. And I was sharing stories that probably hadn't been told since my dad had passed away. So I'm going to work with ancestors in a new way. In addition to what I've always done, I'm going to make a little more effort to bring up names on the important dates that Ancestry.com notifies me of. I'm going to try a little more if I've heard some type of story or have some bit of information to mention that and the person that it's related to. I've just discovered this whole new exciting way of bringing my ancestors forward and making them feel seen. And I'm just so excited I had to share that with you.